There was a new AVGN. Look, I make no commitment to reviewing every one of these when one comes out, but there are things worth mentioning. So did you see it, first of all?
No.
Good. I explained the Flash to you in detail, and people seem to like that, the storytelling element of it.
Well, some people are like, is this like the new format? What's going on here? It's like, no, we're just two dudes who are talking, and sometimes we've seen stuff and sometimes we haven't.
Yeah, this is the new definition of what the podcast is, slobbing it out with EJ and Frankie.
EJ has seen nothing. Frankie has seen everything. He's going to describe it to this moron.
That's the intro. We can get a Russian jingle. EJ's seen nothing. Frankie's seen everything. He's going to explain it to this moron.
100 movies before you die.
Before you die. Wow. I love the Russian email. Send more. Are you real out there? Are you out there? You didn't reply when we put up the clip. Russian.
Are you a honey trap?
Do you want me to fuck? Come on, stud. Yeah, we make
the theme song. Please fuck.
EJ fuck Frankie. Frankie fuck EJ.
Before they die.
And both of them die.
Wow.
So he made an episode that was like all of the Indiana Jones games that he had never played before in the past episode. And the last time he did an episode, it was in advance of seeing Crystal Skull.
Oh shit, there's a 4th movie coming out. Yeah, tomorrow in fact.
So the conceit of this was, because of the Dial of Destiny and everything, it's a sequel to that original episode of the Indiana Jones AVGN. He still has not seen Crystal Skull and he's like looking forward to it. So some things of note, they recreated behind him the kind of barren bedroom set that he would have had back then. They gave him the old glasses, not the ones with the thick black frames, but just regular ass glasses. And they put an Indiana Jones hat and coat on him. I gotta tell you, it like transforms my understanding of what I'm watching. To not be distracted by a balding head and to have glasses that kind of create the character's face, the cartoonish character's face, as opposed to some other kind of like, there's something humorless about the black glasses. There's something that like sucks the comedy right out of the room with those things.
Yeah, somebody posted on the Discord. It was like, there was a tweet. It was like, I hate when the MCU overcomplicates iconic suit designs. And it shows the nerd with like the classic shirt and the glasses, and then it's exactly that.
But you start like these small changes, you start to realize the costuming, it really was an essential aspect of the comedy. Like the way the glasses frame and shape his face in a way that characterizes the nerd. And if you change the glasses, you change the character. I know it sounds stupid, but it turns out it's true.
Yeah, it definitely does. Because I didn't watch the video, but I saw the thumbnail and I was like, what's different? Like, what is like? Is that an old picture? What is that?
They also they did a pretty good job recreating like some of the videography that you would have seen back then. Like, do you remember back then he'd hold up a game and somebody would like snap zoom in on the game? So like I kind of miss that sort of that energy, you know? And it shows you, it's like he's standing in front of like a barren fucking wall and already things are just working better. And it was standard def. There's something about standard def too, like where you're not looking at this kind of big landscape. I thought even he did a pretty good job emulating the comedy style and like his own comedy performance. Like it was just a different thing. So it goes to show you like he has decided to change the way the nerd is performed, the way he dresses. I guess to him, this is what innovation is. This is what like iterating it is. The one thing that jumped out at me was like, didn't they already do this joke like a year ago? Didn't they already do like the what if it was an old episode thing?
Yeah, it definitely sounds familiar. He's done it several times, right?
He did it with that ninja game.
And he's gone back in time several times to talk to old versions of the nerd.
And shouldn't he just keep the Indiana Jones hat forever now? Because I think we got to cover up the baldness. I hate to say it, but it really does distract. Either you make a joke out of it or you got to wear an Indiana Jones hat, one or the other. Also, having him closer to camera and centered in the frame also helps the comedy somehow. Like it just kind of feels like he's assaulting you.
Which he is.
like with like his fucking opinions about this game, and you know, it's I don't know. There's something a little bit more like surprising about it. Like, okay, leave me alone. But then the sort of the talk of the town was, they tried to also, for I think for the sake of being authentic, they tried to age the game capture. So they put some kind of a filter to make it like look as though they captured like a composite game footage, so it wouldn't be upscaled or HD or anything like that. But they added some kind of filter to it that didn't really work, and they made it like too wavy. Like anybody with any kind of like accessibility issues or like it like nauseates you to watch. It's like it's really over the top. It's actually quite funny how bad it is.
I think I saw it. Didn't like there was like Mike Matei sent a message that was like, oh, on the website it's fixed, but it's like since YouTube doesn't allow you to replace videos.
Yeah. Not that I work on these episodes or anything.
Yeah. Not that I'm like authoring these videos.
Yeah. Hey everybody, it's James here.
I want. It's like,
that's another throwback. Mike working on this shit and pretending James did it. Yeah, they even left they immediately left a comment on YouTube. They were like, the game capture filter is intentional. It's a joke. I was like, yeah, a hell of a joke. So the joke then, the reason that I was so aware of how unfunny the present day stuff is as compared to the old stuff is because then they use the Dial of Destiny to go into the present. And so then he's there with his stupid shirt and his stupid glasses and his stupid set. And I'm like instantly kind of taken out of it and like not having nearly as much fun. It really is a lot less charm. But he got one laugh out of me. He's using the dial and he goes, I think they were calling it the dial of diarrhea, the diarrhea dial or something. Yeah. And like every time they twisted it, it was, they would go through time and it would get all trippy. And he goes, diarrhea, cha-cha-cha, diarrhea. And it made me laugh a little bit.
Diarrhea, cha-cha-cha, diarrhea.
Some of those games look terrible. There's like a DVD game that the Young Indiana Jones Chronicle came out on DVD.
Oh, right.
DVD game. So there's some fun games in there. It's hard for me to separate out, like, am I enjoying it because it reminds me of something I used to find funny, or does it actually enhance the comedy? I think it's a little bit of both, but I am convinced that like the shape of his face matters when you're watching that character. The whole anger thing, it matters because he's no actor. So the way he looks and his kind of janky teeth and stuff and the way he's framed, it all matters. So the lazy thing would be like, should he just go back to making it look like it's 2007 for the rest of time? And like, obviously not, I think that's just a way to be like extra inauthentic, but maybe a lesson or two could be taken away.
Oh yeah. I think he could go back to the old costume and nobody would care.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.